All right, what is up, guys? So today is going to be a little bit of a different video from what I normally post. I am doing a Lego speed build, and as I started building this, I found out there is a lot of drama in the Lego community right now. So I figured I would do a voiceover and talk about that drama while you guys enjoy my speed build. Please keep in mind I am tongue-tied and I am reading this off of sources, so if I mispronounce words, I apologize. So anyways, let's get into it. So the $200,000 Lego scandal just got way worse. Oh my goodness. So if you thought the world of collecting Legos was just a sweet, simple hobby where people trade old toys, think again. Right now, we're watching one of the craziest and messiest corrupt fights in the internet history, at least with Lego. This is like the most insane thing I've heard about Lego. So, we're talking about missing $200,000 Star Wars Lego collections, secret police tapes, big corporate bosses making wild claims, a YouTuber getting arrested at night, fleeing the country, and a tech CEO publicly telling a giant company, and I quote, to stuff it. This isn't a small fight anymore. This is literally a massive drama with threats of 5 years in prison and an army of angry fans who just force the big corporate bosses to shut down a store and fire the owners. Get ready because today we're breaking down everything that is happening in this absolute mess. Okay, so to understand the basic business fight ending with the creator hiding in Mexico, we have to look back to where it all started, a store called Bricks and Minifigs in Oregon. So an 83-year-old man and his son, Brian Mansell, spent their whole lives building a legendary Lego Star Wars collection. It's worth over $200,000, which is just insane. Like, I have Legos and, like, they're expensive, guys. Like, I believe it 100%. So they decided to let a local store sell it for them under a deal. Under the deal, the store would show off the sets, sell them to the collectors, and give the money back to the family. So it seemed like a pretty safe plan. But then big corporate drama ruined it. Of course. The main corporate office stepped in, took the store away from the original owner, and locked her out, and then they handed the keys to the new bosses from Utah. And this is where the mystery begins. When Brian went to get his unsold Lego sets for his Lego sets or his money from the new bosses, he hit a brick wall. The corporate office claimed these kinds of deals weren't allowed. The new owners allegedly refused to give the toys back, and people say they even started ripping the tags off the boxes. A family's life savings was completely locked inside a retail store. So that's when the internet ended up stepping in, and a YouTuber named Benjamin Schneider, known as Reckless Ben, decided to help. Ben is famous for crazy pranks and exposure type videos, but he put up a giant stolen banner right over a store sign and held a fake award ceremony inside the building for most Legos stolen. I'm going to see if I can find a picture of that banner, and I will attach it to the video so you guys can see what it looks like if you haven't seen it already. He also used social media to put pressure on the brand, but when the company wouldn't budge, Ben tried to take them to court, and that's when things got really scary. So Ben traveled to Utah to hand over official court papers to the new store owners and the big corporate bosses, but instead of a normal legal meeting, Ben got targeted by police. He was pulled over, his cars were searched, and he was arrested multiple times. For weeks, fans knew something was wrong or something wasn't quite right. So why were the police acting like elite team of over a Lego lawsuit? Like, it's crazy. Well, the secret police body cam tapes from those arrests just leaked online, and they show exactly what was happening behind the scenes. So the leaked tapes show a phone call between the Bricks and Minifigs CEO and the police officers while Ben was outside trying to hand them all court papers. On the call, the corporate bosses are caught pushing the police hard to arrest Ben for cyberbullying and stalking. But it goes way past that. So the CEO threw out massive claims against Ben on that call. He accused him of extortion, harassing workers, making fake documents, and forging signatures. The biggest bomb of all, the CEO told the police that Ben had threatened to kill the store manager. And here's the craziest part about the leak. In the raw, unredacted footage, you can actually hear the police officers talking to each other. On the recording, one of the cops literally calls Ben I'm not going to say this on my YouTube, but DOUCAG, a Phenomene product, right before they go to arrest him. But let's be totally clear, these are claims made by a company boss on the police tape. No court has said any of this is true. Ben strongly denies all of it. Sorry guys, be quiet, babies. I'm recording. Sorry, my daughter's in my background in my videos like usual. What, sweetie?
Hey, the Fall Guy pushed me in the water.
Oh, okay. She's playing Fall Guys. But anyways, so Ben strongly denies all of it. He says he never threatened anyone, and he was just trying to hand over the real court papers. He argued it was all part of a lawful investigation into the missing Legos, but the leaked tape showed a shocking truth: a major business working hand in hand with local police who clearly picked a side before even making an arrest. When the police arrest didn't stop Ben from making his videos, the company decided to go after his money. They sued Ben and the family for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then they tried to cut off his income. The company sent a harsh legal demand straight to Patreon? I'm not sure how to say that. I think it's Patreon, which the website fans used to fund Ben's videos. They demanded that Patron instantly delete Ben's account and wipe him off the site. Usually when a giant company with expensive lawyers threaten a tech website, the website folds immediately. They ban the creator first and then ask questions later to avoid getting sued. But they didn't count on Patreon's CEO, Jack Conte? Sounds French. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Conte? Conte. I don't know. But anyways, the Patron CEO didn't just say no. He put out a public video blasting the Lego company. He explained that his team looked at the corporate's demands, looked at Ben's videos, and decided that the Lego company could officially stuff it. He finished it off with the classic line saying that if the company didn't like it, they could sue Patron instead. This whole fight has left the community spinning, and everything is changing super fast. Right now, because of all the messy criminal charges for stalking and trespassing in Utah, Ben is facing heavy legal trouble. He recently told his fans that he has temporarily fled the country to Mexico to stay safe from more arrests while his lawyers fight the case. The legal war is getting massive. Just a few days ago, the Lego company filed a giant racketeering lawsuit against Ben and the family, trying to sue them for over $300,000. But while Ben is across the border, the public pressure finally broke the main corporate office. Just today, June 4th, the company has completely folded. They put out a big public statement saying they have officially fired the local store owners and shut down the controversial store location for good. But something that's even wilder, hold on, guys. What's up, babe?
I did it.
Yeah, good job. Okay, so even wilder, the main company says they finally have reached to Jesus. English. I don't know how to speak it. I'm tongue-tied. Please keep that in mind. Sorry, I'm yelling because I'm getting frustrated with myself. But anyways, okay. Even wilder, the main company says they have finally reached out to the original family to offer them full restitution and give them a way to get their money back or their Legos back. They're doing everything they can to blame the local store owners and save their brand from being hated by the entire internet, which I'm sorry, guys, but I think that's kind of, that time has passed. But anyways, this is a massive win for regular people, proving that when giant companies try to use the police to bully everyday citizens, the internet can fight back and win. You guys, the internet definitely has power. But the story is definitely far from over. Everyone is still waiting on the courts and final verdicts, whatever. Ben's official criminal court date for those stalking charges is set for July 1st, and he is actually representing himself. Jeez. So anyways, I want to hear from you guys below. Do you think the corporate offering to pay the family back fixes the mess, or did they already go way too far? Personally, I think they already went way too far. I mean, I don't think there's really any coming back from this. But drop your thoughts below, smash that like button, and subscribe, and we'll see how this juicy story plays out.